Hello, everyone. I have a new phone, so I am not stranded out here without internet. Well, I've had internet, it's just only been on my Xbox. So that's been my mode of communication between people primarily, which was kind of funny. But anyway, um, I have my phone back. Well, not my phone back. I have a new phone. I just went to Walmart and got one, so can't complain. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know of something that really ticked me off. And I want to hear what you guys think about it too. So here goes. Um I saw a and this doesn't matter, but I saw a black woman on a talk show with a white guy, and the black woman was confronting him about circumcision and about Ben Shapiro's son, and how can assume we assume that Ben Shapiro circumcised his son and took away his son's consent to body autonomy. So the black woman was like, "Shouldn't we talk about this at least?" And he said, "No, I don't want to talk about this," which I assume is one of the greatest things of violence you can do. Because literally shutting down the conversation is the entire reason why we see all this violence in the world today, is shutting down conversation. So we all know that silencing voices can be way more violent than actually going out and committing an act of violence. We know this. We've been through World War II. So, I would just like to say that the people who disagree with the intactivist movement but are still willing to talk about it do less damage than people who are just unwilling to talk about it. Yeah, because if you actually are willing to talk about it and you're willing to put your opinion out there, you're in a way willing to be wrong. But if you're willing to shut down the conversation immediately, you are not willing to be wrong, which is the wrongest way to be. Oddly enough. Isn't that sad? How all of these people out there who are unwilling to talk about circumcision are the real ones doing the most damage. Yeah, silence is violence, guys. I know it's a trope at this point, but it's true. It really is. This is exactly why we have freedom of speech in America. We know this as our First Amendment. We need freedom of speech. We don't want it, we need it. And if we can't speak out against it, guess what? Real violence will start to happen. And it already has. We've seen the school shootings. We've seen the mass incarceration of adults in America. We've seen all of these repercussions of circumcision in America, the higher STI rates, the increased depression and suicide rates. It's insane, the repercussions of what we're seeing because of circumcision. It's insane. So, not willing to talk about it? You're worse than a Nazi. Isn't that sad? Isn't that depressing to you? That you're worse than a Nazi? Some of my friends are like this too. They just don't want to talk about it. And they're just openly wrong, closed hearted, and just ignorant, unwilling to change, sad and alone. Like, isn't that. Don't you want to change that? Don't you want to be happy with friends? Doesn't that seem like a better way to live? Anyway, it just seems to me like the people who refuse to talk do more damage than the people who are literally wrong and are willing to talk about it. So, I would just like to say again that yes, your silence is violence, and if you're not talking out against circumcision, you are worse than the people who are talking against circumcision. Or for circumcision, rather. You're worse than those guys. Because of your silence. Because of your unwillingness to participate. You need to join in. You need to become an anti-activist, and you need to use your freedom of speech to express that. And if you're not, you're evil and ignorant. You need to have a place in this world, a good place, a place where you could say, yes, I was on that right side of history. Wouldn't you love to say that you were alongside Harriet Tubman fighting in the civil rights movement? Wouldn't that be such a Medal of Honor nowadays? So why don't you want the Medal of Honor of fighting alongside the bloodstained men and in other anti-activist movements? We are on the right side of history here. Why don't you join us? It doesn't make any sense to me. None. Why we aren't such a more popular movement. It just goes to show you that the majority of people on this planet are not morally good people. Which is a shame. It really is. And we need a moral reckoning on this planet. You know that possible future I was talking about, where people will base their entire lives on morality and philosophy, and every movement they make will be the optimal movement they can take at that time, or what they think it is. You know what I mean? So they'll base their entire lives, every aspect of their lives, on morality and philosophy. And they will live good lives. They will. And you will see that part of their routine will be to be active and say that things are bad and say out loud that, yes, rape is evil. Yes, mutilating your sons and daughters immediately after they're born is evil. Like, we can speak out against these things forever until the end of time. This is the one thing that we always have to do as human beings, as higher intelligence, is always speak out against evil. And if you're not, you're a part of it. Sorry to say. Actually, no, I'm not sorry to say. Because you know your place now. Now that you've heard my words, you know where you stand. In my world, at least. And we share this world, right? So my world is real. And you're living in my world. Our world. The world we share. And my view of my world conflicts with yours if you're silent. So, I'm going to come after you if you're silent. If you don't have an opinion on circumcision, I will seek you out, find you, and make you generate an opinion. Yeah. I'm going to find you if you don't come and find me first. And yes, I'm always open to comments. I'm always open to messages. I'm always open to those kinds of things about anyone or anything. It doesn't have to be about circumcision. Just tell me something went wrong in your life. And just say, hey, this sucks. You went through, you attempted suicide. What was that like for you? And how can your experience help me? You know, none of this has to be about circumcision. This can just be a channel where you just ignore 95% of what I say about circumcision and then just use it as a resource to help you. You know what I mean? So, I would just like to say that I'm a person on this earth with a lot of heavy opinions, and I'm gonna I'm gonna find you. And I'm gonna make sure that you know exactly where I stand, and I'm gonna make sure where I know where you stand. And then, and only then, can we live in peace and harmony on this planet. We have to know where each other stands, right? You can't just walking around not knowing where other people stand, or else you will literally get attacked. So, you have to speak up. You have to speak out. And you have to be curious, even though it is dangerous. So, you have to be a part of that process where the good seeks out the evil and tramples it into dust. We have to be the ones to do that because our lazy God isn't doing it for us. Our gods. Thor isn't out here either. I wish he was. He would do a lot better job than Jesus. Anyway, ugh. We can get into that another day. But I do believe real life Thor would improve the world better than Jesus did. That's a topic for another video. But we can argue about circumcision or superheroes or anything like that, and just have this channel be anything. It can be anything and everything. Me and my friends and I, when we were children, used to play a game called Everything Anything. And it's exactly what it sounds like. We used to do anything, and it can be anything. And we did everything. So, I would say our backyards got a lot of mileage back in the day, if you catch my drift. We had some pretty sweet times back in the day, you know what I mean? So, I can't say my life has been that crappy, but I have been in the depths, too. So, I can relate to the good and I can relate to the bad. So, if you have something good you would like to share with me too, go for it. Say, hey, this good thing happened to me. What do you think I should handle it, How do you think I should handle something good happening to me? Some people have those questions too. You'd be surprised. So, I'd just like to say that not everything is doom and gloom. We can actually set out here and talk about the good things that happen in our lives, the happiness, and how we celebrate. And should we celebrate, based on what may not have happened during the good thing that happened to you. So, I'm rambling. Anyway, I'd just like to tell you that I do have a new phone, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think about silence being violence. I really want to know your opinion on that phrase and how it affects you in your life. And how, it affects me and my channel. How can I use that phrase to better affect the things I say in my channel, in my videos? So, without further ado, I'll catch you guys soon. Rather than later, hopefully. So, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. And I'm just playing some Overwatch, playing some Fortnite. This isn't an ad. Just watching some videos about the new expansion in Magic the Gathering. I don't play it myself, but I do watch content on it, so there are people out there who watch. Yeah, I'm a little weird, but it's okay, I think. So, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully, it won't be so long. Or, if you guys like the longer content, I can go with that too. Who knows? We'll see where things go. I just felt like making a longer video today because I just got a new phone and I wanted to put it through a little bit of a rigor test. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how good it uploads and everything. So, alright. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.